Buongiorno everyone, and we're here to discuss whether Newcastle United's summer 2019 transfer window has been a hit or a miss. Has it been a success for you? We'll run through them individually, rate them out of 10, but quickly, good window, bad window?
I would say good.
I'd say very good.
It just took fucking too long.
Oh, nah. I'm surprised if I haven't done. Newcastle actually made signs on deadline day. When the fuck does that ever happen? Every deadline day, you normally take it off work. No, wait, not a minute, so I don't have to. Normally take it off work and just sit there watching fucking Sky Sports News all day. Keith Downey just outside scranning fucking past the guy. Now to see here, back to the studio. This time there was actually two fucking signs to the door. Yeah, and we'll get to them in a minute.
Yeah. So it was good, but it just took too long. But I'm actually surprised that it did happen. Because with the takeover being thrown up, Rafa's contract being thrown up, like it just took way too long to get things resolved. And like once it actually did resolve, it didn't work out the way we wanted it to. Like obviously Mike Ashley's still here. We haven't got the manager that we want, but we'll get behind him, but we'll not get into that. Like things did start to come into place, and Mike Ashley finally started putting his hand in his pocket, spent a bit of money. We brought in 5 good players. We'll get into how good they are in a minute. But yeah, overall, good. It's basically the last month.
Even Brucey said, though, 3 weeks ago, if you told us the signings we'd made that we've got now, and he'd be very surprised. So and so am I, to be fair. Like you said in the last video in the Arsenal preview, like how bad the squad was, how awful the atmosphere was a couple of weeks ago, because how poor the team was. At least we've replaced the likes of Rondon and Perez and strengthened in areas that we've needed to, really.
Yeah, we have.
Still could have done with maybe 1-2 more, but
it could have been
we've
better.
hit the main ones.
Yeah, it could have been better, but it's a lot better than Nout, which I thoroughly expected. Absolutely Nout.
So he's going to make that sheen, but you knew you had to do something with obviously Rafa leaving. I think it was a bit of a kick in the face of Rafa and all, wasn't it? Like I say, I was going to spend money.
I know.
I think that was
it's just Mike Ashley all over. It's just a fucking big dig, big kick in the face. Absolute massive,
proving
massive
a point because he's a horrible,
cock.
spiteful wanker. But anyways, first signing we made was a transfer record. Joelinton.
Didn't see that coming.
£40 million. The next Firmino. Brazilian international who's not actually played for Brazil yet. Joelinton, 20-odd-year-old from Hoffenheim, not the greatest goal scoring record. And but it's a lot more about his build-up play and what he brings to the team. And he comes deep and he's got strength, he's got pace, he's got technical ability, he's good at dribbling, and he's found the net already a couple of times for Newcastle in pre-season. So what do you make of that one?
If I would give it a rating, I would say 8.
Oh! I thought he was going to go for the number 9. Joelinton's the number 9, but he went 8. Nah, it's a good shout.
Just
9's,
a little cut down.
9's
because we don't.
His record's not great.
We
not
don't know him.
Not proven too much.
We don't know him. I cannot sit here and say I watch the Bundesliga week in, week out, and I've seen every game he's played. I haven't seen him play before, apart from like the little bits I've seen of him in pre-season. From what I've heard about him and from his YouTube best bits, he still just looks all right. Like he looks fairly quick. He's
impressed me in pre-season.
He's not massively quick. He's strong, but not massively strong. He's tall. He can be a bit of a target man.
Nice hair.
He knows where the net is, but can he find it enough? So there's a lot of questions about him. But Mike Ashley wouldn't throw 40 million if he thought he wasn't going to make a profit off him.
He knows he's going to make a profit. A 22-year-old Brazilian, 2-3 years' time, surely his stock's not going to lower. Yeah. And if it does, it'll be by 5-10 million. It's definitely worth the risk where you could see Joelinton going to Man City with 65-70 million in 2 seasons' time.
Yeah. Hopefully if he reaches, obviously we don't want to sell him, but if he reaches that potential where Man City will think, oh, fucking hell, he's stick a 70 million bid in for him. Mint. If we've got a player of that quality in our squad for at least one season, mint.
I think the window shows that a lot, apart from obviously the last signing we made, that there is sell-on value and why he invested in the next lad, St. Maximin, that we'll talk about as well, because he's young and got sell-on value. It's Mike Ashley's model in it.
Yeah. So he's got a lot to prove. That's why I'm only saying 8, because I'm excited about it. He's a new number 9. He's a new striker. He's Rondon's replacement, so I'm excited. But he's got a lot to prove. Like I would like to say a 9 or a 10, but it's not at all anywhere near that. Yeah, for me.
Good shout.
8 at best.
Next one, in order, was it? It was Alain Saint-Maximin, wasn't it? Was that the next one? And then it was Willems.
Yeah.
Crafty Craft.
Same day. Wait, it was Willems first, technically.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, well, we'll do Willems first then, who we've been linked with since I was with 10-year-old, I think. And was with 70 Arsenal
Since
preview.
1992.
Was in the Arsenal preview.
Even though he's only
How
25.
Is he only 25? I swear it's been at least 10 years we've been linked with him. Have we been watching him since he was in year 8?
Must have been,
Because honestly,
I'm sure I played with him on like FIFA.
I know, FIFA
12
08
or something.
I've been playing with him. I'm sure he's been around for years. He seems to be anyway, but obviously scouts have been doing that on Williams for a while, keeping their eye on him. And he's made one appearance for Newcastle. He looked good against City, and he was linking up well on the left flank. He's a unit, but he's still fast. He looks like he's dead up for it now. One of the things I love about what seems to be from every signing Newcastle's made this window is the passion and the care.
They look happy to be here.
They do. They don't. They're not just here like a lot of players are just for the sake of it because the agent told them to. Or
I'm going to get you a move to England.
A stepping stone, or there's now else going for them. All these players look like they really want to play for the black and white shirt, which is exactly what you need in a dressing room. I think that's been the key to Newcastle's success under Benitez now. I think the team chemistry and Willems seems dead pleased to be here. I think he's got a lot of good attributes in pace, strength. He's a presence. I mean, he looks tidy on the ball as well to come out from the back, which is good. Because we do that with Lejeune, Shaw. We look like a really strong modern day defensive unit now in Newcastle.
Aye, definitely. So he's got that experience. Like we say, he seems like he's been around since 1992. But even though he's still only 25, he is experienced. Like he's been around. I don't even know for how long for, but he's been at the top of the Dutch league. He's been a firm favourite for PSV. Sorry, wrong letter. PSV. He was starting player there. He played a lot for Netherlands. I don't know quite how many caps he's got, but he's a Dutch international, top team. Played in the Dutch league, the German league. I can't forget who is it, right? The German. He played for a good team. He played for a good team in the German league. So he's got experience, despite only being 25. He's got a lot of game time under his belt. He's played for a lot of good teams, a lot of experience. And I say, like, for the goal against Saint Etienne, it was Matty Longstaff's goal. He did a nice little flick and out. So he's got skills for for a big unit of a defender. Like he can
Very
get forward.
comfortable
On the ball. He can get forward. He can do nice little fancy passes, which links up with Saint-Maximin well. If them two can play together, like we know
it's going to be tasty. I'm looking forward to it.
Tasty town, big tasty.
I'll give him a 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
Push for an A, but we need to see more performance from him first. Give him a 7 out of 10.
I'm slightly disappointed that we didn't sign Stanley and Socky.
That is PSG. That's the one you're thinking of.
That is the right letter.
Had your heart set on him, didn't you? Stanley.
Because he's young, like he's only 19 or something. He's a big unit, big tall. But I think we could get him in the future now. Like we say, we've been linked with Willems for years, so we'll get him when he's 25.
The year is 2024. Newcastle signed Stanley and Socky.
After being linked with them every year.
When he'll be playing for Borussia Dortmund.
So I am quite disappointed we haven't signed him, because Willem is only a loan as well.
With an option to buy, though, I didn't know that.
Is it?
People are telling me that.
That's good, So, and Socky could be one for the future. We'll still keep tabs on him. Like I say, he's only 19, so there's no rush. But I don't think he's going to play much for PSG.
Nah,
I think he's
would.
a bit of a fringe player.
But he's still young.
He's still young, so even if we could just get him on a loan, if we're not going to sign Willem at the end of his 1-year loan deal, get him in, maybe he's on a 1-year loan deal with an option to buy, and see what he's about, because by that time he'll be 2021, a bit more experienced. Yeah.
You take the new fan favourite. Who was signed, as you said, in the same day, Alain Saint-Maximin from Nice, wasn't it? In the French league.
OG Nice.
20 million. Pacey winger. Flair player that we've been crying out for so long. Looks to be the next HBA, Ben Arthur, ASM, Alain Saint-Maximin. I cannot wait to see him play like Gucci Gang.
Gucci.
I just love him. What you were seeing the day, how he's wearing his Newcastle top in the Merit Centre. Who does that this team is? That is sick.
He put on Twitter before. I don't know if you've seen it.
Slept in it. Yeah,
he slept in it.
I love that, mate. And you don't see this enough in this day and age where players interact with fans, and he's doing it all the time on Twitter, replying to daft shit and joking on with Geordies and
talking to people in the
memes
Metro Centre,
back, and he's just again, what I said before, he just looks so happy to be here.
He just seems like one of the lads, right? He's like a jolly boy, isn't he? Like, can't wait to see him in top tomorrow night.
Lascelles was saying, not good that though, because he had a picture with Aaron's, didn't he? We thought, didn't follow Aaron's pass. He's pissed his crew out the wall, man.
I'll let him. San Maximin don't care.
And then Lascelles was saying he's a character. Brucey was saying he's fitted right in already, and again, he's in a centric character, and you can just tell by looking at him, he won the blokes. Hey, Saint, come along for a pint anytime, mate. I'd love to have a pint with him. Like, he must be class crack. Like.
And that he speaks English is a massive bonus. I think it'll be hard for people to link in. Like, that's maybe a downside to Joelinton, because like he doesn't speak English yet. But Sam Maximin, he's a young kid, but still speaks very good English. Like we've seen in his interviews. It must help you a lot.
Oh, it's got to.
Because getting to a foreign country, like if I moved to France tomorrow for work, I'd be fucked. You know what I mean? Like, it's just hard, isn't it?
Like in the dressing room at Newcastle, but then for you in the fucking staff room in France, you'd be like, need mates.
It's a bit weird. It's like...
Although in football, it's good because there's always going to be someone on the team that speaks that language.
Yeah, true. So he's got like Lejeune, Sarve.
But 10 out of 10 for personality. Right. But what about on the pitch? What about as a signing as a footballer? Because that's what you get paid for.
Oh, I'll give him a 9.
Nice.
Yeah, because
not a 10 like his number.
I wanted to.
I'll give him a 10 for his crack like.
10 for his personality and his love for the club and everything we just spoke about. 10, 15 for that. But as a player. You said it before. He's quick. He's flary. He's got skills. He's got everything. Like I was there for his debut against Saint Etienne the other week.
Oh, I flicked.
He was so just every time he got on the ball, the crowd was just up, and like he's just going forward. Quick skills, nice little passing. He's everything that you want. But what we heard about him before we signed him is his end product isn't great. And I've seen that once or twice in the Saint Etienne game. He had like a few. He had a few crosses. I think I caught one. I think it's in the vlog. Like he blasted across. It wasn't great. And he's shooting maybe. I've seen his like highlight reel now on YouTube, which anyone can look good. He put some great goals in. And like people talk about his end product. He's said his end product, like 25-yard goals. He scored some wins, but he's also scored some nice little dinks on one-on-ones and stuff like that. So
he's obviously quite composed. I think it's probably about just finding the consistency.
But like
giving him the freedom to express himself and all.
Like what we were saying before, like he said in his interview, he likes being a number 10. So maybe he's being a winger isn't his natural position. Crossing isn't maybe something that comes natural to him. No. So maybe that's something he's going to work on if he's going to play in that role. But I think under Brucey, he's not going to like that
being
role.
An impact sub as a winger, probably. No.
Yeah, like so we're not going to play Rafa's formation where we'll have the wideouts. Brucey likes 3 in midfield and 2 up top. So him and Almiron could switch in that. I think that need to play in the number 10 role and Joelinton up top by himself with someone in the middle, either Almiron or Sam Maximin. But I'd just love to see them two play together.
Definitely.
Like I said before, them two in behind Joelinton.
Right.
Like that, I think that could be unreal because them two with that pace can cause a lot of problems for a lot of teams this season. Like they're not going to be able to handle them. Having them as an option off the bench is great, fresh legs for the last 30 minutes or something, but I want to see more of them. Like having them on the bench, it's going to be a bit heartbreaking.
It's a waste if you're already 2-0 down or whatever, isn't it?
And between them two, that's about 40 million, isn't it? It's like, can you afford to have like a 20 million player on the bench?
Nah, I don't think so.
I don't want to see it, but I don't know. We'll wait and see. But
I think it'll depend on the opposition and what formation they'll play. Like
and fitness and who's
I think Arsenal will play one Almiron behind Joelinton, but then maybe against like Norwich away, why not put 2 there and have pace on the wings on the counter, or like you say, in the 2 number 10 roles. Play them in the best position. That's the only way you can judge it, really.
Definitely.
So 9 out of 10. That was lifting by Firmino. Watching the Norwich game in the background, yeah. And on to the next one then. Oh, I'm getting all the shit ones. Crafty McCrafty town. Emil Kraft. Oh. See, there's 2 sides of the coin, this one for me. They've obviously seen something in him. Probably the cheap price tag. It was only 5 million. But he's made 20 caps for Sweden.
Yeah, decent team.
Started in the quarter-final last year against England in the World Cup. Relegation battle in France. Not much in that, in a poor league. I'm just hoping it just reeks to me like an average signing. He's not going to set it alight. He'll probably do a job. He said in his interview he fancies himself on one-on-ones. He fancies himself to be a technical player. He's a good height. He looks like he could be a good right back. But that's what I mean. Good. It's not like Maxon's like class A and that Joelinton class A and like Kraft's like squad player. Like he might start. He probably will start depending on how well Yedlin and Manquillo do. He'll probably be more solid at the back than Yedlin is definitely.
Yeah.
But the other side of the coin is no one knew who the fuck Fabian Schär was
Exactly.
before he signed.
And he was only 3 million.
And he was 3 million. And he's describing himself as the same sort of player. He likes to get forward, likes to dribble the ball out the back. Doesn't do a Sam Allardyce, booted up top. So hopefully it's another good scouting mission and hopefully he's another good bargain buy.
Yeah, absolutely. People judge people when they haven't really seen them, like I was saying about Joelinton before. People didn't know who he was, so when we were linked with him, people were like, "Oh, he's shit." How do you know you haven't seen him?
Don't watch Bundesliga really. Just like I've just there, but I don't watch League One.
Yeah, so people weren't overly happy about Shire last year when he signed because no one knew who he was. No one was particularly happy about Rondon because I had seen him and he wasn't great for West Brom. You just got to give people a chance.
Yeah.
So he could turn out to be an absolute worldie. He could get in Man City in the next few years for 40 million. You never know. You don't know. You've got to give him a chance. See what he can do. He hasn't played in this league before. Could thrive, could dive. You've no idea. But I like to have that option there because I think we're just going to have to rotate between 3 good right backs. We haven't got a great right back. We need someone to come in and establish that role. I think that's what we really wanted. We wanted someone to come in.
Hard to come by, isn't it? Right.
They say he said he fancies himself. Like good. I like players with confidence. Right. If he's gonna come in and say to fucking Brucey, "I'm your number 1 right back next season," Brucey might be like, "Mint." I like that confidence.
Yeah, there's a chance.
I like players that have like a bit about them.
Because Shaw had to wait well for his chance, and then he came in and fucking snapped it up.
So if he knocks on Brucey's door and say, "How start me next week," he's got to play. He's got to be there. We've got 3 good.
Can't really judge him like you're saying.
We've got 3 good fullbacks. We don't know who our best one is yet. We've just got to might have to see how the season plays out for a couple of months and work out what he's like. I said in the previous video, I would like to see him start against Norwich. I think it's too early for him to play against Arsenal. I want Manquillo to start against Arsenal. If Manquillo has a good game against Arsenal, then fair enough, stick with him. But if it's just another all-right performance from Manquillo, it's a great opportunity for Kraft to come in because Norwich, no disrespect, aren't the greatest of teams. Well, seeing them getting absolutely fucking peppered here by Liverpool. So next week, that'll be their next game, won't it? Next week, Norwich are going to be on the back of an absolute drubbing in their first game, so they'll be playing Newcastle next week off the back of this. Should be down on confidence. It'll be their first home game, so they might want to put on a performance. But I think it'll be a good test for him. So I would like to see like all the new guys really, if they're fit.
I'll give him a 6 out of 10.
Yeah, fair one.
Rate the best till last anyway, or the most controversial anyway.
It's definitely controversial.
The return of Andy Carroll.
Big Andrew.
He's coming home. He's came home. He's 1 year loan. Pay as you play deal. 30 years old. Point to prove. Unfinished business, he says. What do you think? I've said what I think in my video.
I'm over the moon.
Nice.
But like we were talking about Sam Maximan, like personality wise, 10. And for Carroll, I'd probably give him the same.
You can see how happy he was to be back. And he said, like, as soon as I left, I wanted to come back. And Nolan was on Sky Sports News now the other day, went on Dylan, and he was saying, like, when he walked out of my house to go and sign for Liverpool, he said, "I'll be back though." Schwarzenegger style. But he was like, I'll be back.
Fucking Terminator Carroll.
But he wanted it obviously a lot sooner. It's mad to think it's been 8.5 years.
It is, isn't it?
Crazy.
Mad. So he left as a boy. He's come back as a man. He was a young dumb kid, fucking balcony hopping, getting pissed and having fights in Blue Bamboo. But he's 30-year-old now.
Poor kids.
I'm sure he's like been through a divorce and he's got kids and stuff. Like he's a man now. He's been through it. He's had a hell of a time over the last few years. I feel sorry for players that have that career, them kind of careers, because
ravaged by injuries.
And we're
get that reputation.
And we're sitting here talking about how he's gonna, if he's gonna play, is he gonna be fit and that shit? Because as a player, the player that we know he can be, the kid that left, the player that played for England, he's a top centre forward. He's a very good player.
Massive handful for anyone.
With the ball at his feet as well, instead of just being an aerial threat, because he's a fucking tree. He's mint. He's mint in the air, mint with his feet, a good finisher.
Fucking volleys and that.
If he can play, even if he can stretch out 20 appearances, I'll be over the moon.
Mm-hmm.
If you can put the black and white shirt on, come out to St James's, knock a few goals in, I'll be over the moon for him.
I think it's a fantastic option to have on
It
the
is.
bench, and even in the squad and cup games, and Joelinton, if he's had a good 60 minutes or if he hasn't, either way, bring him off. Carroll comes on with 20, 30 minutes to play. A defender's not going to see him stand next to him and think, oh, I'm in for an easy last half hour. You're going to shit yourself. And he's going to cause. He's going to cause an absolute nightmare for anyone, even Van Dijk. It would be a hard game for anyone.
Yeah, but the thing I like about experienced players, even if they are going to be injured, like he might not get on the pitch a great lot, but he's going to be there and he's going to be in training. So you can look at the likes of Joelinton, 22-year-old. He might not understand English football or the Newcastle style of play, the fans, the city or whatever. He's going to be a great mentor because he's 30-year-old. He gets it. He's
got the big market for a paint.
He's going to be the guy. But
Coffee,
also,
like
I'm thinking about Elias Sorensen.
Aye.
A young kid. He's trying to break through. He's been in his shoes. He's in the academy. He wants to make the first team. Good, cracking little player. He can be a mentor. He can be.
Carroll can be a
big Uncle
role
Andy.
model now.
Aye.
Big Uncle Andy. Big Yandy. I don't know if he's Gianna, but no, maybe he might got divorced. But as a role model now, because he's been there, he's done it.
For Joelinton and Sam Maximan. And
even he said it.
Sorensen, Muto.
He can't believe he's one of the oldest in the dressing room now, which he obviously is at 30 years old. So, I'll to you to rate this one.
For personality, I would say like an 8. For as a player, it's really, really hard depending on games he plays. And I'd give it around 8. But like I say, how many games?
I'm buzzing having another Geordie back home.
Same, yeah. And I was devastated he left. I know a lot of people were a bit bitter about him.
He was forced out, man.
Calling him in Judas.
Forced out.
People aren't happy about it, but nah, I'm happy about it. Happy to have another Geordie in the team. A guy that, like I say, it's another guy that wants to play. Like I can't stress how important that is. Like for players to just come in, not really give a fuck. Like you say, like Willem, Sam Maximan, Carroll, they all look. Like obviously Carroll is, but they're just excited to be here, part of the tune, buzzing. I
think it's been a great window. I think it's been a very good window.
I think the window as a whole could be better, but the last 3-4 weeks.
What else would you like to see done?
The last 3-4 weeks has been immense, but obviously the window's been open for about 3 months. The first 2 months were bollocks because we're the only team in the league that didn't sign anyone. So in that terms, it could have been better because we could have been in sooner and we could have brought in. Wait, how many people who were missed?
I know.
We didn't get Aaron Moy, didn't get Nsocki, lost out on Welbeck. Who else was there? Didn't get Rondon. Sold Perez.
Lost the likes of squad players like Diarmi and that. 6 went out, 5 came in.
So I think it could have been better, but I'm still happy with the last 3 weeks of business. It's been good. I'm excited for the season starting now. At the start of the summer, like June time, May, I was like, fuck it.
I think the 1 or 2 more, maybe another winger, because Atsu isn't great. Murphy's went out on loan again.
Jordan Ibe.
Aye, that Bordeaux winger we're linked with and all. And maybe one more striker, like you see, even like a Welbeck, even though it's the same crap with Carroll.
Sturridge, he's still a free agent.
I'm surprised we've kept Dwight Gale.
Yeah, same.
But I'm quite pleased. I think that's another good option to have off the bench.
He is a good option.
Carroll and Gale, like a partnership like that, could do well. I really could. It could be a different option to have. You could easily bring off Almiron and Joelinton and put Carroll and Gale up top together and just change the style of play completely. Carroll to knock it on to Gale.
If you think about Gale's last season at the Toon, he scored at Stamford Bridge and Old Trafford.
I know.
He got the first goals in games against Chelsea and Man United. Had a loan spell. How many goals did he score for West Brom last season? 20 odd goals.
20 odd.
So you'll have confidence. He is a good little player. It's just, is he that good?
He's just short that level, isn't he?
Yeah, I think he is. Because I like him. Years before we signed him, me and Geordie Rick were saying he's mint. He'd be doing mint for the Toon.
He started against Liverpool.
I think just before he even signed for Crystal Palace, we were saying he's the kind of player the Toon should be getting. He's class in. But I think he is just lacking that little bit. But he's still a great squad player to have, along with Muto as well, if they can fight for competition. Competition's mint. And if you can bring Sorensen up and all, that's another one. Like, squad depth is so crucial, especially when Christmas time comes, like December, January time. Busy Christmas period. Got the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup comes into play and stuff and all. So
And then we're out of them both by January, so it's all right.
but like, if we wanted to try and get a cup run, which we haven't had in the Mike Ashley era,
We've got got some good players
options.
breaking through now, like Matty Longstaff's made the 25-man squad. So I think we're sitting pretty now. I think
it's not as bad as
players are going to save
looked.
us from relegation because of Brucey, but we'll get into that in the next video, which is the Premier League predictions.
Yeah,
but I think we'll be alright. I think the window, I'd touch and go on a 7 or an 8. I'm feeling positive. I'm giving it a 7.5. What would you say?
I
think we are looking better than we are than last year. I think the squad's better. Because this time last year, no one wanted Rondon, and everyone fucking hated Perez until January.
True. No one knew who the fuck Shaw was. Fernandez got relegated with Swansea. No one really wanted Fernandez. Key was a bit of a shit signing and all. But so yeah, I would agree that this window was better than the last one.
Can be the player that I want him to be, that he looks like he's got it in him. If Almiron can keep doing what he's doing and keep growing in confidence and minutes on the pitch, Joelinton keeps on pushing on. It's just about the players really getting consistency and reaching the potential. And then if Big Andy can bring a bit of a fairy tale about it and come off the bench and things like that, then that'd be fucking
class. And this time last year, Sean Longstaff wasn't a first team player.
Not anyone knew he was. And I think Matty's going to do the same this year.
So he's a massive introduction to the first team. He's one of our crucial players now. Like I say, Matty Longstaff's further ahead now than Sean was 12 months ago. So if he can break into the first team just like Sean did
everyone was saying that they thought
December?
Matty was a better player than Sean, and they thought when Sean broke through that would have been Matty, which you could see this year just because of the different
he's
players.
He's just a bit younger, and he's like 3 years younger or something.
Matty could, I think he's gonna have a big year ahead of him hopefully. And,
definitely, the pair of them. I think the squad is looking good. I'm happy with the squad. So it could be better. Could be 1 or 2 different changes in there, but beggars can't be choosers. The start of the summer was dreadful. Mike actually didn't look like he was going to spend a penny. We lost Rafa. So if you compare right now to 2 months ago, I think we're in a position where we couldn't have even dreamed of, to be honest.
No, didn't see that in a few weeks ago. Maybe that's why more people are going to Arsenal. But anyways, transfer window, 7 or an 8 out of 10. Bollocks, you can have an 8. I'm feeling good Friday night.
Yeah, we're happy.
Let us know in the comments below what you give it out of 10 individual players and pop the total in there as well. Cheers for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the Magpie Channel TV and enjoy yourself.